It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off from MetLife. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Gets this to Johnson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Tight end going in motion here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Fair catch made here at the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate, that defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They're going play action. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Pass complete to Walker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
It's Walker on the option. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. Walker hauls it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Throw on 3rd down. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Now this is a beauty of a kick. It's headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. A handoff to Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air, so that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
The Giants are set to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Walker on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness, and his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
This is Walker on second. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Flush out now to his left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This from 40 on the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got 2nd and 5. They're running the option, short side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
To throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll try and take an option left side. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down on the play by Uchenna Nwosu.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, Some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. A give to Tracy up the middle. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Staying with Walker. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Running with Walker again. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He'll give up the gut to Walker. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's 3rd, less than a yard.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Walker has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Trying again, Walker. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They kick the running back in motion. Complete on the option. It's a Seattle touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. He finds Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They run. Here's Tracy. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give them 3 on that gain. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants at a deficit. New set of downs for them from the 46. Throwing from the gun here. Connects with Johnson. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him again. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Steven Sims deep to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. To the air now on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Paul Senadimo's got it. And the Giants are going to take over after the interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. Hopefully they've drawn something up here, Brock, because not a lot of time left to get this inside of field goal range. First down, ball at the 36. Airing it out to start this drive. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 27. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it, thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7. That brings us to the break, and it's the Seahawks taking a lead into that visiting locker room. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He put some juice on it deep. Brought in inside the 20. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying an option play, headed left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Got it, man. Robinson has it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They motion the tight end over. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Still sticking with the passing game. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it again. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He gets 6 on that play, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running this with Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This is Tracy, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw it. Caught near the pylon. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him, so that...
Ooh, Mike McDonald not liking what he saw. The challenge flags hit the field. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that, so let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards, and now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Tracy. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Gano ready to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. From the 31. Pass complete to Walker. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That one gains 7. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They go play action on 1st. He lofts it deep left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Handoff running left, Walker. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's a throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So no return on that punt. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. To throw here on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd and short, he's taking the option right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Their punter making his way out now. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. On target to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now an inside give to Walker. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. To throw it on 1st down. Hits his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They're throwing it. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense getting set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll throw on 1st. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now they face 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Motion man sent left. Play action on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he takes it in, touchdown, New York. The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants make it an 11-point ball game. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now go with Walker on the counter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Now Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Seahawks up by 11. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Running is Walker. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Second and 3 now. The give now to Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Walker gets the pitch. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. On the carry, it's Walker. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Walker. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks have likely locked up the win right there. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Another drive coming up for this offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Big gain downfield. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it an 11-point ball game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Seahawks get a hold of the kick. That should just about do it for this game. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the 1st quarter, the 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Seahawks in a victory formation as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.